The keeper of the light sounds the fog bell to signal that it didn't take long. See our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game. In a hurry, the officials did as well.
Menu narration set to 100.
present.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact three touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Up the middle they go. Blackman. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
It's a gain of 5.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. You look at this Colt defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well, right out and right up the middle.
The Patriots at 0-5, just a dismal start to the year. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
That is caught. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They'll run on first down. Blackman. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him here. What a start to the ball game. It's first and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? And they'll run again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for third and goal. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up fourth.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
And the 13-year man puts it through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with a football. And they'll be let out by their 6-year quarterback.
Anytime anyone throws for over 300 yards in a game, you know their name is going to be considered for Offensive Player of the Week. And in the AFC last week, our guy got it.
Yeah, he was the guy on top of his game. They'll try to duplicate that here in this one. They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
It's a gain of a yard.
From the gun on 3rd down. Cody, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Patriots have it. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, and pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
New England trying to get a place on offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going...
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. The Colts offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams to defend in the red zone. You see the graphic. He's 2nd in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Hill.
That's good for the Colts. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down with Evans. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. When you look at this Patriots defense, this unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll or chip away at their timing.
His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
14. And the Colts
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. As they've got it as we resume action. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Operating from the gun, Cody. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
And 14.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun, Cody. And that one too wide and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Patriots take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now a give right side. Blackman. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that teams playing as well as they are. It actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can... Under pressure again, and down he goes again. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's going to have the Patriots first down as he gets it up past the 35.
Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Blackman. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
42-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Back to throw here. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They'll go right back to Evans here on 1st down. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Looking to throw. Cody. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 17-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Colts 1st down.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Cody. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night prime time, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hanson for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hanson here in our thankfully dry studios in Orlando. That's obviously not the case at the stadium, where the rain continues to play a factor in this game. Who will take better advantage of it in the second half? To find out the answer, let's go back out to the stadium and rejoin our commentary team, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't put anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
At the 35-yard line.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And 10 yards.
Back to throw. Cody. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Second and 13. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Indy set to go on offense once more. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. They start the drive with Evans. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Well, that sure started out as a good example of what they call backed up or coming out on offense, meaning you're backed up close to your own goal line. Big-time emphasis on practicing that to try and create some room and no less to give the punter a chance to kick the ball away. It means take care of the ball, try and create some space. They were doing that, and the ball comes free.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
Second and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A great effort there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch. Signaled for.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Up the middle they go. O'Neal. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Colts.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Cody throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Cody. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Colts send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. And they'll begin by running the option. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right.
And going the books is a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking the lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Throwing to start the drive. Cody. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's a run by Evans. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. So here are the Patriots to take over. They've dropped 5 straight coming in, so right now cherishing this lead, and they've got the football as well, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
At the 24-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
On third down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
It's 4th down.
Not at all what they envisioned on third down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. 31 yards on the punt there. The Colts set to take over here offensively.
46-yard line.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner, and I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football, but that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success. So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Pass to the sideline and put it in. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence the big plays are out there.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. 2nd and 10. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. Now this is caught. It's Decker. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Looking to throw. Cody. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Operating from the gun. Cody. And Decker's got it. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
To number 86. A 7-yard gain on the play.
From the gun on third down. Cody. And that will be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Boy, what a start to the week this has been. All tied 4th quarter as the kick's away.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. New England's offense set to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they string that play out nicely. He's stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, second down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. The offense on third down tonight, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Evans.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here.
They'll try and run for this with Evans.
And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
66 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
On 1st down, O'Neal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Back to throw. Cody.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then...
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And here's a very low-line drive. Almost whiffed on it. And this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And really a nice job there to make something out of that run. Sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4.
Here's a fake on a jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. He'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there.
Indianapolis offense ready to go again. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Over the middle, it's complete.
For the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's third down. He'll try to pick it up himself.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
First down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now.
Operating from the gun. Cody. He finds his man. Complete. It's Barrett. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
A give up the middle to Evans.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Evans.
And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Wow, so they were already in field goal range. Now this and a completely new story to tell.
And frankly, what they're going to say when they review this game and go over it, they're going to tell the offense, you had one job. All right, you knew what you had to get done. You knew where we wanted to kick the field goal from. You know our range. Just take care of the football, and we win the game.
New England trying to get a place on offense. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback in his offense.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score.
Patriots 10.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
So the Patriots now down by 7, 54 seconds to go. Their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that. And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. They'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. From the 17, they work on 2nd and 10.
He's back to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it, and let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the fourth quarter, but a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there, but in the fourth quarter, somehow they dug deep and found that extra bit, right, that reserve tank. They hauled it out. Offense scored some points, defense held them, and lo and behold, they walk away with a win. Maybe expend a little more energy than they expected to, but they'll take it.
So for Indianapolis, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for New England, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.